Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Gwarzalez Magic. Today, doing something a little bit the same, a little bit different. This is one of the, let me see a card in here now, figure that out. This is one of the first decks I have ever brewed by myself. And I'm sure someone else has thought of it. Essentially, it's like a Bomberman egg strategy. It's just you don't get the recursion, really, in Pauper. But basically, it uses some of my favorite cards, Atog, Thoughtcast, Fling, Galvanic Blast, Artifacts, but it uses them in a bit of a different way. So I guess let's just go through the list. Maybe not starting with Reconstruction. I think that card needs a bit more of an introduction. Let's start by converted mana cost. Oh, already done that? No, there we go. Alright, so here we have our basic suite of lands. This is a Grixis deck, so we need 4 Great Furnaces, 4 Sea to Synods, 4 Vault of Whispers, and I'm having 2 Darksteel Citadels because 12 lands is a little low, even for a deck like this, and this deck actually curves out at 3. We have 4 Chromatic Stars, and then we have a suite of Spellbombs here, and I'm going to count Executioner's Capsule among them, even though it's not technically a Spellbomb. It functions similarly in this deck. You don't get the card, but you do get to destroy a non-black creature. So we have Panic Spellbomb, which gives a creature flight, draw a card, if you pay the blue. Panic Spellbomb, target creature can't block, and Pyrite Spellbomb, deal 2 damage. So the reason we have these cards is because we're playing Trinket Mage, and he can tutor them. We also have Terrarian to help with mana fixing and for the card draw. And basically the meat of this deck is that we're trying to control the board with cards like the Capsule and Galvanic Blast, and we're trying to set up lethal combinations of Disciple of the Vault and Atog. And basically when they work together, this is an additional point of damage for everything Atog puts in the battlefield, or if you're just cycling through these egg artifacts, it just deals points of damage incidentally until you win the game. So that's why we're playing cards like Ichor Wellspring, Prophetic Prism for fixing, just card draw. The Trinket Mages, of course, I already mentioned them. Really one of the big reasons to play this deck. I like this card, I want to play with it. Perilous Research, I originally had 4 of these, but they can get a little clunky. But, card draw plus Ichor Wellspring, it's 3 cards off 2 cards, it's not bad. Atog and Fling as a finisher combo, because that's a pretty decent combo in Pauper. I know I'm going through the list a little piecemeal here. Reconstruction was a card I chose because there's another card that lets you put artifacts from your graveyard back on top of your library, and that's actually what I wanted to play, but that is not on Moto even, so it's not in the format, so I can't play it. Instead of playing Reconstruction, and that is basically just so that I have a copy of every other single artifact in my deck and that I can just recur if I need to. And I've used it once on a Frogmite. So, it's not bad, and look at this cool art. 4 Thoughtcast, 4 Frogmites, just to get our draw and artifact creature on, and then a 1 of Scrapyard Salvo, and I have won a game with this, it was pretty fun. Basically sacked a whole bunch of stuff to Disciple, using, I think, Atog, yeah, and then the remaining mana, Scrapyard Salvo. So that was pretty decent. Going to the board, and I actually am going to need to find something here, I didn't realize I only have 15 cards. What do I want? This is a very good question. Let's just go with another Dispel for now. I don't think we can go wrong with that. So now we have 2 Dispels, 2 Hydroblasts, 2 Duresses, 1 Diabolic Edict, 1 Doomblade, 1 Electrickery, 2 Pyroblasts, 2 Nihil Spellbombs, and 2 Sylvok Life Staffs. I'm still trying to figure out the burn matchup because it's not very good. Our deck's a little clunky, but I think the Duresses and I think these 6 cards I want to bring in, I'm actually not sold on the Sylvok Lifestaff. I don't really have a lot of creatures to sacrifice. Really, the only one that sort of fits the bill is Frogmite, and I guess Atog is with the Fling, but that just seems a little too much. It is tutorable with Trinket Mage though. But yeah, I like this deck a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun sort of putting it together, play testing it. I bounced some feedback in my Pauper Facebook group. Thanks, by the way, Michael, if you're watching this. So let's get into some games. Let's see how it goes, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Here we are in our first match. We get to be on the draw. I think this hand is fine. We have Chromatic Stars, Atog, Thoughtcast, lands, which is kind of important for this deck, and I was originally running some of the Khan's Duels, but I found the I wanted to play the Darksteel Citadels, and I didn't want my lands to come in tapped. It's a whole mess. I'm still fine-tuning the deck. It's by no means complete. Disciple the Vault, sure. Let's go ahead and get a Chromatic Star out there. Another thing I like about this deck is its openings look very similar to regular Affinity, and like I think this would be a fine opening for just normal Affinity, and I think that some people, I think you can get some people basically. So Lonely Sandbar and Thornwood Falls, I don't know what we're playing. Could be Turbo Fog, which would be fine. Could be UG Familiar, which I would like a little less. But I do like my odds against Turbo Fog with Disciple of the Vault. Alright, so drawing Frogmite makes me want to Great Furnace, Chromatic Star. Could this be getting countered? No. Frogmite. Let's go ahead and draw some cards. Oh man, that's the second. Okay, good. I messed that up one time earlier. Just doing the wrong thing with that, and I'm glad I didn't do it again. Basically, you can announce playing Thoughtcast before you play it, and even if you have to sacrifice a Chromatic Star down to 3 artifacts, it will still count as having played the Affinity cost. So pretty annoying if you miss that by mistake. Another Thoughtcast. I think now we'll go ahead and play our Disciple. And then go ahead and play Atog. I'm in no rush to really draw cards here. And if I can get hit in with the Atog off of the Chromatic Star, I'd be pretty happy. I don't think the Familiars deck plays Lonely Sandbar, though, so that might not be what this is. Gotta adjust my window a little bit. There we go. So we draw First Blood this game. I like our position here. Ponder. Still could be either thing. I'm leaning more towards Familiar combo, though, but I would think they would play Cloud of Fairies at this point by turn 4, or some bounce land, so probably not actually. Going back and forth here if you can't tell. Another Thornwood Falls, A-okay. So here we have okay, well that made it a lot easier. I was about to say we have a bit of a decision between Thoughtcast and Trinket Mage, but that just made the decision for us. We get to do both. To have our cake and eat it too. So I think I would like the Trinket Mage here for an Executioner's Capsule, just to have it on hand. Alright, well now we get to choose again, but I think I'm still going to... Well, let's attack first, see what my opponent does. Could also see... No, because I can just play the Flight Spellbomb whenever I want to give my Atog flying. Yeah, let's grab... Okay, yeah, this is it. It's Turbo Fog. Is this moment's... Okay, Tangle. Okay, that's great news, in my opinion. Now I know I don't really need to... I don't need to really go get anything with Trinket Mage at this point. So yeah, let's just Thoughtcast. Let's always yield. Always yes. So between Flight Spellbomb and Ichor Wellspring... Oh, hold on. We get to Thoughtcast still. And play Ichor Wellspring. Alright, I like this. Because the Turbo Fog deck can only prevent combat damage. That puts us in a pretty good shape here. Also, he's going to be trying to mill me. So Scrapyard Salvo could come in handy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Goes up to 8. There's Jace's Erasure. Alright, so we get some stuff. I think there's a Spell Bomb where you can destroy enchantments, so I'd definitely be interested in playing that. I guess we're playing the Prophetic Prism, it doesn't really matter here. What mana we tap. Let's play Pyrite Spellbomb, Flight Spellbomb. So we can do a bunch of damage. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at least. Let's go ahead and always yield to this. Alright. Bending a Disciple is not really what I wanted to see. I would like to get Scrapyard Salvo. Or Fling. I don't think this deck plays very many counter spells. But simple enough to not attack into this. Yeah, this deck can get kind of annoying with its draw. We just have to kill him fast. There was a Fling, Vault of Whispers, Chromatic Star. So, still good for some Scrapyard Salvo. There's another Disciple. I like that. Let's go ahead and play this Terrarian. Let's draw a card. Okay. Always yield. Always yes. Didn't quite get me what I wanted, but that's no big deal. Into turn, I can use my Perilous Research. Yeah, and I just don't think I'm interested in attacking. I don't want my opponent to draw more cards off the Theft of Dreams. So fortunately, that's only a draw 1. Still no Scrapyard Salvo. Hoping we can draw that. There's the other Fling though. That's not good. Another Jace's Erasure. Things are getting a little dicey. But let's do some damage and draw some cards. Yes. Draw a card. Terrarian, not bad. Sure, I like that. Let's play it. Ooh, another land. Can we just win here? I think so. Yeah, I can always get to sack 2 artifacts. Alright, that was a lot better than my matchup normally goes here. So removal's bad. Executioner's Capsule has to go. Galvanic Blast can stay. Definitely want to bring in some Pyroblasts. Don't think Duress would be bad in this matchup. We're blanking a lot of his fog effects, but I want to be able to maybe preempt a Jace's Erasure. But then we don't really need the Flight or Panic spell bombs. Reconstruction could still be good though, because he's milling us. As much as I hate taking out some of my rocks. Yeah, let's try it out. Maybe just taking out the Trinket Mage would be better. Because I don't really need to fetch any of those in this matchup. And I'm not really interested in attacking. They sat in my hand that whole game, so I think Trinket Mage is probably the pitch here. I even think this hand is good. just because, and now I'm glad I didn't take these cards out. I'm just interested in playing as many eggs as possible, even off double dark steel. So that's pretty impressive. The Chromatic Star is obviously making up for it here. Cycling a Tranquil Thicket main phase. Alright, so let's go Dark Steel. I guess Panic. Frogmite. Yeah, I want to go ahead and cash this in. Into a Duress and a Prophetic Prism. So if I draw a land, I'll be pretty happy. Because I want to play this Prophetic Prism. Excuse me, this Duress. Although I think my opponent would just slam a... So I draw the land. My opponent would just slam a Jace's Erasure if he had it, right? But let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so yeah, I don't care about any of these cards. I guess Tangle maybe is the most annoying, but I'm not planning on attacking. That's good to see, though, that my opponent doesn't really have anything. And unfortunately, we're a little too late in now for me to preempt a Jace's Erasure. So he must have drawn that island. Sure, we'll play another Frogmite. Vicar Wellspring. Trinket Mage, alright. Let's go ahead and play Pirate Spellbomb. Next turn, you get to play a Trinket Mage. Tutoring what? I'm not sure. Preordain, it's probably not good for me. Trinket Mage could go get a land. Trinket Mage... Like, this is why I wish I think there is a Spellbomb that lets you blow up enchantments, and that might be good enough for the sideboard. So now I really need to draw a... He must have preordained into that. I need to draw a Red Blast. Perilous Research is almost good enough. Let's just go ahead and do it now. There we go, Red Blast. Into a Disciple of the Vault. So I don't think my opponent has any one-drop fogs, unless he drew an actual fog, in which case I don't mind getting out of his hand, because he's not going to gain any life off of this. Okay, and it worked out like I hoped it would. So next turn, get to play Disciple of the Vault. Oh, well, he did get to do that, I guess. I forgot about that card. Could Trinket Mage. Could Reconstruction. Nothing I really want back from Reconstruction yet, though, I don't think. Alright, yeah. My creatures tapping and untapping does not concern me. Another Perilous Research. Let's just go ahead and Disciple from the Vault here, because that'll help us get our clock going. Having 2 burn spells in hand also helps. Opponent Brainstorms, sure. So I think we're going to go ahead and cycle this Panic Bomb. Maybe Trinket Mage for another Great Furnace. Man, my opponent's getting a lot of ponders off here. But I don't think he has a way of stopping this Disciple of the Vault. Yeah, let's just go ahead and draw the card. Let's pay the red. Always yield. Oh, no, always yes, yes. Another Red Blast. That is actually really useful. And kind of makes me want to go Huh. Yeah, that kind of makes me want to... No, hold on. I can play the Vault of Whispers. We can play the Trinket Mage. We can go get something. I guess just a Chromatic Star. But I'm definitely going to be leaving up the Red Bomb here. The Pyroblast here, I should say. So I think it's pretty likely that that card's going to come down soon. And if nothing else, I can do 3 damage to him in a turn here. And I could even recur the Pyrite Spellbomb here. My opponent's getting an awful lot of these off. Not worried, though, without the Jace's Erasure out. Right, so yeah, we want to... Yeah, let's just go ahead and deal the damage. I want it to be always yes, but for some reason it's not. There we go, see the Synod. Chromatic Star. Actually, I don't think there's a reason to play Reconstruction quite yet. Not when I have like double Galvanic Blast. And I want a Perilous Research, which is the main reason I'll leave my blue up. And I do have triple red if I need it. Curse the Bloody Tome. No, thank you. Oh, he Hydroblasts back. Okay. Sure. So I don't really know. I'm just faking having another Pyroblast in the deck. But no, that thing's gonna stick, unfortunately. Where are you, Scrapyard Salvo? Can play that. Can sack it for a red. Yeah, I think that, okay, ATOG means that there's no way we can lose, basically. Alright, yeah, and our opponent concedes. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next match. That was match 1 versus Turbo Fog.